But first, we will start with breaking news tonight. A deadly crash on Highway 82 in Port Arthur.
Yeah, we're zooming in, showing you this happened around 8 tonight on the highway near the Valero refinery. That road still shut down in both directions as we come on the air here at 10 o'clock tonight. This is new video just in from the scene. We understand one vehicle flipped and ended up right next to the fence at the plant.
The police haven't released many details, but they did confirm 3 people have died. Again, the road remains closed. We will have the latest on air and online as we know more.
An alert now from the 12 News storm trackers who have turned their eyes to the Gulf because an area of low pressure could turn into something tropical. Regardless, as you can see from the map on the left, we've got a pretty rainy Friday and Saturday ahead, and that's why that flash flood watch continues.
Yeah, Patrick joins us tonight. And Patrick, what are you thinking about all of this tropical moisture? Is something forming in the Gulf?
Well, there's a small chance of that happening, but it's going to bring us a wet day across southeast Texas right now, looking at pretty quiet conditions over our area in southeast Texas. Modeling that I've seen shows a pretty quiet night. Just a few light showers now affecting and moving over Burkeville and northeastern sections of Newton County. Otherwise, again, that flash flood watch remains in effect. Latest modeling doing a pretty good job of picking up that rain over into northeastern Newton County. And as you can see, fairly quiet tonight. So it looks like we'll be able to get a night's worth of sleep in. Tomorrow, though, looks pretty wet across the area as tropical moisture comes into the area. And as far as the forecast goes, looks like a pretty good chance coming up tomorrow. Only we'll reduce it down to a 60% coverage on Saturday before dry weather ensues coming up Sunday and Monday.
Tonight, folks living along the Sabine and Neches rivers are hoping the floodwaters don't rise. With more rain on the way, National Weather Service officials worry water levels can get even higher. Right now, the Sabine River is taking over the riverbank, even flowing over into nearby parking lots, roads, and some homes. It recently reached the flood stage at 4.1 feet. Now, this week's storms fall right behind some of the most notorious hurricanes that have rocked our area.
Be the sixth worst event, according to our Beaumont station, the 6th worst event in the past 40 or 50 years. The first most was Hurricane Harvey. Our Beaumont station along the Neches River recorded a river height of 19.59 feet.
And they're projecting the Neches River to get to 11 feet by Saturday morning. Meteorologists and local leaders alike are keeping a very close eye on those conditions. And we know this week's been pretty rough for Southeast Texans. So if you've experienced any storm damage, report it to the state. There are surveys in both English and Spanish.
My kids are extremely excited, my husband, and we're really looking forward to just smiling again and just speaking to people again.
So much to celebrate. The rain held off for the gates to open and for the crowds to pour into Ford Park tonight. It's the first day for the YMBL South Texas State Fair, and so far the weather's been really nice.
Yeah, fair organizers hoping it remains calm through the weekend. Jordan James has been at the fairgrounds all day long, and he joins us tonight with a look at the festivities.
Hey guys, just being out here, you can feel the energy as the first day of the YMBL South Texas State Fair kicks off, from the good food to the rides that are taking place. Today I spoke with some people who attended the first day. From the moment the gates opened up,
me feel good inside and everything.
Excitement filled the air at Ford Park. The YMBL South Texas State Fair is finally in full swing following a 2-year hiatus.
Every year I look forward to coming because it's fun and it gives me something to do. But last year when it got canceled, I was really sad.
This year's fair was postponed by 2 months, a decision that ultimately paid off, allowing for the event to be held after statewide restrictions were lifted.
We're ready to have a fair. We've been working for 2 years on this. We've made some changes like we talked about, but now it's time to come out to the fair and have some fun.
Among the changes at this year's fair was an online auction, no opening ceremony, and the implementation of various CDC guidance. But Greg Walsh says to see the fair finally come to life makes it all worth it.
We're excited that people are coming back. We want them to have fun. I think people are ready to have fun again, and we're ready to serve them.
For many in Southeast Texas, the arrival of the fair marks a sense of normalcy that hasn't been felt in a while.
I feel like this is what they need. My kids are extremely excited, my husband, and we're really looking forward to just smiling again and just speaking to people again, the things that we couldn't do with a mask on our face.
Both young and old, the South Texas State Fair holds a special place in the hearts of many.
I really like to be at the fair and have time with my family together, where we can have a fun time together and have a happy day.
Organizers say the fair is rain or shine. If you missed out on today, it runs through May 30th. For now, reporting here live in Beaumont, Jordan James, 12 News.
Thanks so much, Jordan. And just a reminder, if you head out to the fair, you might be dodging road work. I-10 westbound's exit to Major Drive will be closed to all traffic. You may have to drive around to Walden and go around to Major Drive. We have this posted on our website. And a reminder, parking is free.
Developing tonight, nearly 2 weeks after 6-year-old Carter Osborne was killed in an ATV accident at Terrell Park, his family taking action. They've started a petition to get ATV laws changed. You see, they want mandatory speed trackers on the vehicles, as well as liability insurance policies for owners and riders. So far, more than 2,200 folks have signed the petition. Carter's great-grandmother talked to us days after the tragedy. She says they're trying to save another family from their heartbreak.
Oh, it's very important, not only for Carter, for everybody else, because, it could happen to someone else. It could happen to anybody.
The family wants ATVs banned in public parks. Terrell Park already does that. After the accident, Beaumont Councilman Mike Getz told us he planned to investigate to see whether more police patrols are needed to enforce the ban.
By the numbers tonight, Texas has surpassed a grim milestone, more than 50,000 deaths from the coronavirus. Now, to put this in perspective, that's almost the entire population of Galveston. According to the Texas Health and Human Services, more than 2.5 million cases have been recorded so far, with 2,100 people still in the hospital. Vaccines are available to Texans 12 and older, but the state is still averaging around 40 COVID deaths per day over the last week.
Now, locally, no new deaths to share today. We only had a handful of cases, 4 from Jefferson County, 16 from Hardin County, and 6 for Chambers County. We love to see the numbers staying this low. So here's what the trend looks like. We're averaging fewer than 50 new cases per day. We're going to flip over to hospitalizations, 21 patients in regular rooms, 10 in the ICU. That is great news because that means the COVID hospitalization percentages are also falling. This graph indicative of that trend. Now, COVID has a smaller and smaller footprint here in Southeast Texas.
Now, while hospitalizations are low, the case count at Westbrook High School is high. The campus will be going virtual for 4 days starting tomorrow. District officials say it's due to a significant number of students that have either tested positive or are in quarantine due to exposure. And that'll last through next Wednesday as crews clean. Looking ahead now, Governor Abbott's executive order banning mask mandates goes into effect tomorrow for local, city, county, or government officials. Violators could face $1,000 fines. Public schools can keep the masks in place through June 4th, but after that, no one would be required to wear masks on campus. In case you missed it, we're getting a better preview of what to expect from hurricane season. NOAA is predicting an above normal season. They're expecting 13 to 20 named storms, with 6 to 10 expected to be hurricanes and 3 to 5 could be major. But Colorado State University has some different numbers. They're pinpointing exactly how many storms to predict: 17 tropical, 8 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. Well, new insight tonight from the mother of a little girl in Florida, a child who was nearly kidnapped. You've probably seen the video, the 11-year-old fighting off her attacker. The mom talking tonight, saying the 30-year-old suspect, armed with a knife, had approached her daughter once before, about 3 weeks ago. Since then, she walked her child to school every day, except Tuesday, when she had to take care of a baby.
It's creating guilt for not going out there. I mean, none of this is not my fault. It's not her fault. This is that man's fault.
And that man is Jared Stenga, the accused kidnapper, charged with attempted kidnapping plus aggravated assault and battery. He faced a judge Wednesday and should be back in court next month.
A Southeast Texas legend back at home and happy about it. You are looking at none other than Big Tex. The gator is a big attraction out at Gator Country. He spent some time in the trailer as his family moved to higher ground during the flooding, but he's flopping in the water there, glad to be back in his habitat.
Kind of hit that fence there, but he is home.